For the ancient Romans, there was one plant so valuable they stamped it on their money, and then it disappeared forever. This is the mystery of Silphium, the lost miracle plant that obsessed the ancient world. Silphium was legendary long before Rome grabbed the spotlight. It drew around the Greek city of Cyrene in what's now Libya, turning that city into, brace yourselves, one of the richest places in the entire Mediterranean. Ancient writers claimed Silphium could cure coughs, stomach pain, and even snake bites. It spiced food, freshened breath, and could even work as a form of birth control. What else could this mystery ingredient possibly do? To the people of Cyrene, Silphium was basically a cheat code for life and for their economy. The plant was so important, Cyrene literally stamped Silphium on its coins. You can see the stem, the leaves, and often a heart-shaped seed pod right in the center. Some historians even wonder if this little heart shape helped inspire our modern symbol for love. So, what did Silphium actually look like? Annexant descriptions speak of a thick root, tall stalks, yellow flowers, and that iconic seed pod. But here's the kicker. We don't have a single confirmed specimen. Today, all we have are drawings, coins, and very excited readers raving about how amazing it was. The Romans loved Silphium so much, it became a luxury item at banquets and in medicine cabinets. What was it about this mysterious herb that made it so irresistible? Let's explore. P.L. Elder, the Roman author, claimed, "There was just one last piece of Silphium ever found, and get this, it was presented to Emperor Nero like a priceless treasure. That's how rare this plant became. So how does a miracle plant go from everywhere to extinct? Burst demand, exploded. Every wanted Silphium, cooks, doctors, lovers, and, of course, wealthy elites showing off. Second, it only grew naturally in a narrow strip of land near Cyrene. Farmers tried to transport it, but, according to sources, Silphium refused to grow anywhere else. Imagine this. Trying to protect a plant that's wildly popular, impossible to farm, and exists only in one small region. What secrets does it hold, and why can it only thrive there? Over-harvesting grazing animals, and the relentless expansion of farmland likely drove Silphium to the brink. What happened next is shrouded in mystery. By the time the Romans realized just how serious it was, the wild populations were almost gone. Ancient writers, yes, like the environmentalists of their time, actually complained about this, warning that the plant was disappearing. And then silence. After a few last mentions, Silphium basically vanishes from the record. But here's where the story takes a bizarre twist. Some folks believe Silphium might not have vanished entirely. One popular theory is that Silphium was a type of GIA and phenyl something in the genus Ferula. But is this the whole truth? There's a modern plant called asafoetida, used in Indian cooking, and it comes from a peculiar species with a strong, pungent flavor that could just change everything you thought you knew about spices. Imagine this. Some scholars suggest asafoetida might just be a distant cousin, or perhaps a rough stand-in for that long-lost ancient treasure Silphium. Can you believe it? Others argue that Silphium was truly unique, a one-of-a-kind plant that we've never identified correctly since. In 2021, a researcher even claimed to have found a surviving relative in Turkey that just might match ancient descriptions. It's not proven, but it shows just how obsessed we still are with this missing species. So why does Silphium matter today, beyond being a cool historical mystery? Because it's a perfect example of how humans can love something to death. We're still doing this with rare woods, exotic animals, and wild plants we barely understand. Every time a species vanishes, we lose potential medicines, foods, and ideas that could have transformed our future. What secrets could have been unlocked? What revolutionary changes have we lost? Silphium could have held chemical secrets, secrets we may never rediscover. Imagine cures, treatments, or safer birth control, all lost with just a single plant. And yet, its memory survives in dusty texts on ancient coins and in that little heart-shaped symbol we still use today. The story of Silphium is a thrilling reminder that our resources, even those we think are endless, can vanish faster than we ever imagined. Somewhere out there in the mysterious forgotten valley, or perhaps on a rugged rocky hillside, a cousin of Silphium might just still be growing unnoticed. Until we find it, or confirm it's truly gone, we're left with a tantalizing question. How many other miracles are we losing before we even know they exist? Did you enjoy this thrilling dive into ancient mysteries and lost knowledge? Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and tell me in the comments. What forgotten artifact or plant should we uncover next?